right, so I'm using the canned black beans, and I like to give them a little rinse and make sure that, you know, all the stuff that they've been sitting in the can for however long is rinsed off. And then I'll set those aside. Okay, my other ingredients that I'm going to be using, I showed you the orange, got the beans. We'll be using some Roma tomatoes, and I've got those here. The recipe calls for 15 ounces. I have a larger can. I use some Muir Glen organic plum tomatoes, and I went ahead and measured out 15 ounces what I need, and then I just put the rest in the refrigerator in a different container, not the can. The recipe also calls for chipotle peppers, which come in a can, oregano, ground cumin, and let's see, a little red pepper, and some garlic. And I forgot to mention onion. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the getting the ingredients ready. I'll chop the onion first. I'm just roughly chopping this. Get that ready. And this is going to go into a half a cup of water and a teaspoon of olive oil on top of that. And I'm using the water just to cut down on the amount of fat that goes into the dish. I'm going to go ahead and add my water to my soup pot and set that aside. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of olive oil on top of the water and toss my onion in. And I'm going to put that on kind of a medium-high heat. And while that is starting to cook, I'm going to chop my red pepper and my garlic. So I've got the onion is going, and right now I'll go ahead and I'm going to use half of a red bell pepper. Now you could use a yellow pepper, you could even use a green pepper if you wanted. I like using the red. The flavor just seems to appeal to me more. And rinse that out. I got the seeds out. Actually, I've already washed the red pepper, and I try and buy organic produce whenever I can. And I know it's not always available, but I just really feel that it's better for us. I think it's also better for the planet if we can do that. Okay, I'm just roughly chopping my red pepper. I set that aside, and then I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic, and I'll put those in at the same time. These days it seems like garlic comes in all different sizes, so 2 cloves, these are two good sized cloves. And you can use actually as much garlic as you want. Okay, and I'm chopping my garlic. I like to give a little pressure with the side of my knife, and that helps the skin come off easily. Usually. Ooh, it's got a little bit. I'll chop that up. And you can also mince the garlic. I tend to like it chopped better, finely chopped. But if you want it finer and you want it a little juicier, go ahead and use the mincer. This is the way I learned to do my garlic in Asia. I never minced it, I just chopped it. And so that's what I've done. Although sometimes when I'm cooking Italian food, I pull out my little mincer. So I'm just roughly chopping the garlic, and I'm going to throw all that in with the onion. Okay, and I'm going to toss my red pepper in the garlic and the onion. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add my oregano and the cumin. And I find that both of these, this herb and this spice, add great flavors. So I'm adding a teaspoon of both of these. The oregano, oops. Okay, 1 teaspoon of oregano. Add that to my onion mixture. And then I'm using a teaspoon of the ground cumin. Okay.